Alright. The most simple and effective way to remove all your emotional pain. Sound too good to be true? I thought the same. It's actually not too good to be true. Trust me when I tell you I've had my fair share of pain. And for a while I couldn't figure out what in the fuck was happening, because I would continue to manifest more painful experiences in my life, even whilst consciously trying to shift and direct things in the right direction. Yet somehow some fuck up would always manage to arise. And I mean, it was extremely painful, to be honest. And it was like, it was indescribable, because it felt like, what the fuck, like, it basically felt like I was possessed. Because I was like, no matter what I do, I swear there's some fucking force that like somehow brings me back to like a deep dark state of depression or something. But so that made me seek answers, and boy have I seeked many answers, truly. And here is at least a good portion of the answer. This book called The Power of Now. A truly, truly remarkable book. Thank you, Eckhart Tolle. You can find his teachings on YouTube. Highly recommend buying the book. But what was occurring in my experience was that my ego identity had identified with what Mr. Tolle calls the pain body, and that you must dissolve the pain body, basically, and that as long as you are unable to access the power of the now, that being the present moment, every emotional pain that you experience leaves behind a residue of pain that lives on in you. It merges with the pain from the past, which was already there, and becomes lodged in your mind and body. This, of course, includes the pain you suffered as a child caused by the unconsciousness of the world into which you were born. So there's already a degree of your pain that is impersonal, which is very freeing to be mindful of. But I'm directly quoting the book here, by the way, if you can't see that. This accumulated pain is a negative energy field that occupies your body and mind. If you look on it as an invisible entity in its own right, you are getting quite close to the truth. It's the emotional pain body. It has two modes of being, dormant and active. A pain body may be dormant 90% of the time. A pain body may be dormant in 90%. Oh my goodness. I may be free from emotional pain, but I cannot read. Ha ha! Restart. A pain body may be dormant 90% of the time. Here we go, we got this. In a deeply unhappy person, though, it may be active up to 100% of the time. This is more or less how I felt, to be honest with you. Some people live almost entirely through their pain body, while others may experience it only in certain situations, such as intimate relationships or situations linked with past loss or abandonment, physical or emotional hurt, and so on. Anything can trigger it, particularly if it resonates with a pain pattern from your past. When it is ready to awaken from its dormant stage, even a thought or an innocent remark made by someone close to you can activate it. I'm sure we all know what this is like. I'm sure you can relate. Some pain bodies are obnoxious but relatively harmless. For example, like a child who won't stop whining. Others are vicious and destructive monsters. True demons. True demons. I'm going to say that one more time just to really get the point across. True demons. This is my first video. It's probably too loud into the mic. Some are physically violent. Many more are emotionally violent. Some will attack people around you or close to you, while others may attack you, their host. Thoughts and feelings you have about your life then become deeply negative and self-destructive. Illnesses and accidents are often created in this way. Some pain bodies also drive their host to suicide. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my pain body, it definitely created experience with accidents. I had that as well, for sure. It was fucking so frustrating. I'm like, how is this possible? And Toll puts it that there's basically that energy field almost like syncs up with another negative energy field, and it creates, anyway, Toll will explain better than me. When you thought you knew a person and then you were suddenly confronted with this alien, nasty creature for the first time, you're in for quite a shock. However, it's more important to observe it in yourself than in someone else. Watch out for any sign of unhappiness in yourself, in whatever form. It may be the awakening pain body. This can take the form of irritation, impatience, a somber mood, a desire to hurt, anger, rage, depression, a need to have some drama in your relationship, and so on. Catch it the moment it awakens from its dormant state. The pain body wants to survive just like every other entity in existence, and it can only survive if it gets you to unconsciously identify with it. That's the key there. Identity. It can then rise up, take you over, become you, and live through you. It needs to get its food through you. And by the way, I've been trying to tell people this for a long time, that there's forces or energy fields or whatever that feed off of pain. And David Icke has talked about this a lot as well, but you don't hear me though. Maybe today's the first day you properly hear me. It will feed on any experience that resonates with its own kind of energy, anything that creates further pain in whatever form. Anger, destructiveness, hatred, grief, emotional drama, violence, and even illness. So the pain body, when it has taken you over, will create a situation in your life that reflects back its own energy frequency for it to feed on. Shit gotta eat. Pain can only feed on pain. Pain cannot feed on joy. It finds it quite indigestible. I will not read every word from these pages, although you may be wanting me to do so. I just suggest that you read the book, and I'll get straight to the point of how to remove this vicious demon. That, by the way, as Toll described and I'm about to describe, is also an insubstantial phantom. So the pain body is actually afraid of the light of your consciousness. You are consciousness. It is afraid of being found out. Its survival depends on your unconscious identification with it, as well as your unconscious fear of facing the pain that lives on in you. But if you don't face it, if you don't bring the light of your consciousness into the pain, you'll be forced to relive it again and again. The pain body may seem to you like a dangerous monster that you cannot bear to look at, but I assure you that it is an insubstantial phantom that cannot prevail against the power of your presence. Alright. So, the pain body doesn't want you to observe it directly and see it for what it is. The moment you observe it, feel its energy field within you, and take your attention into it, the identification is then broken. Severed. The tide is severed. Sever the tide. A higher dimension of consciousness has come in, which is called presence. The power of presence. You are now the witness or the watcher of the pain body. Congratulations. I lost my page. Oh no. Ah, here it is. Anyway, here's how to resolve it. All right, this is the process. Focus attention on the feeling inside you. Know that it is the pain body. Accept that it is there. Do not think about it. Don't think about it. No need. Don't let the feeling turn into thinking. Don't judge. Don't analyze. Don't even make an identity for yourself out of it. Just stay present and continue to be the observer of what is happening inside you. Become aware not only of the emotional pain, but also of the one who observes, the true you. The silent watcher. This is the power of the now. The power of your own conscious presence. Alright. In summary, focus attention on the feeling inside you. The feeling can be resistance, density, fear, sadness, whatever it may be for you. Focus attention on the feeling. Know it's the pain body. Accept that it's there. Do not think about it. Don't let the feeling turn into thinking. Do not judge or analyze. Don't make an identity for yourself out of it. Stay present and continue to be the observer of what is happening inside you. Become aware not only of the emotional pain, but also of the one who observes, the silent watcher, the witness. This is the power of the now, the power of your own conscious presence. You are the power. Then see what happens. And by the way, as it also states here, I will not deny that you may encounter intense inner resistance to disidentifying from your pain. This will be the case particularly if you've lived closely identified with your emotional pain body for most of your life, and the whole or a large part of your sense of self is invested in it. That's a big one. What this means is that you've made an unhappy self out of your pain body and believe that this mind-made fiction is who you are. In that case, unconscious fear of losing your identity will create strong resistance to any disidentification. In other words, you'd rather be in pain, be the pain body, than take a leap into the unknown and risk losing the familiar, unhappy self. If this applies to you, observe the resistance within yourself, observe the attachment to your pain. Be very alert. Observe the peculiar pleasure you derive from being unhappy. Observe the compulsion to talk or think about it. The resistance will cease if you make it conscious. You can then take your attention into the pain body, stay present as the witness, and so initiate its transmutation. And remember, only you can do this. Only you. Nobody can do it for you. But if you're fortunate enough to find someone who is intensely conscious, if you can be with them and join them in the state of presence, that can be helpful and will accelerate things. We'll leave it at that. Most simple and effective way to remove past / present pain, I guess. It's actually it's quite simple. It's very simple. And pretty easy too, to be honest. But highly, 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 highly recommend this book. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That is just one little snippet, and hopefully that frees you up a little bit. It certainly freed me up, an immeasurable amount. Incredible. Thank you, Eckhart Tolle. But hope that helps. Peace.